The federal government has inaugurated a high-powered ministerial committee to drive the commercialization of research outputs from Nigeria's tertiary institutions. Inaugurating the Research and Innovation Commercialization Committee, the Minister of Education, Tunji Alausa, posited that the initiative aims at bridging the gap between academia and industry by turning homegrown research into commercially viable products and services.
It's like a council to be chaired by our able Vice President Kashim Shettima, with broad range of terms. And I think there's also, as I was told, a national coordinator has been appointed as well. We have to look at things in a broader way and zero down, because this is going to be a bigger committee, which is coming to being after this a Research and Innovation Commercialization Committee. So, in a form of microcosm, that will be your microcosm of what we're doing here. Continue to do your work, and we can now fuse it into what the national interministerial committee will be doing.
The minister also announced a 50 million naira students grant venture capital initiative to support scaling student-led enterprises in Nigeria's tertiary institutions. According to him, a scheme will be anchored by TED Fund in partnership with the Bank of India, targeting undergraduate students in 300 level and above with viable business models and innovations ready for market expansion.
So, because we don't have a dedicated way in which our government fund research, we fund them through various research institutes, and this money are capital budgets. And capital budgets sometimes don't get cash back. And sometimes when they get cash back, the government looks at it. It's government. Government is very, anywhere in the world, not very inflexible, because they have to meet the needs of millions of people. So they look at those capital allocation as research, which shouldn't be the way. At the end of the year, if it's not used, it gets mopped up. There's no research that gets finished within a year. And that's why you need a dedicated, different instrument, a different agency that knows what research is all about. And you put that fund there, and they can fund research multi-year, year over year.
In his response, the chairman of the committee, Tayo Aduloju, who described the RICC as a matter of national urgency, noted that Nigeria's research investment as a percentage of GDP is among the lowest when compared to peer nations. The committee, chaired by CEO of the Nigerian Economic Summit Group, NESG, Tayo Aduloju, has other members like Professor Ibrahim Katampe, Dr. Umar Bindir, Professor Sidney Ibianusi, Dr. Deotun Ogu, and representative from the Federal Ministry of Science and Technology, the Bank of Industry, Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, and Nigerian universities, amongst others.
We view, Ms. Honorable Minister, this committee as a matter of not only national importance but national urgency. If Mr. President's Nigeria First policy will have the impetus it requires for radical transformation at a pace where we industrialize in such a way to put our large workforce to better productive use, innovation capital must be ahead of the curve. Also, we think that fundamentally, if you look at research investment as a percentage of GDP, Nigeria remains very uncompetitive amongst our African peers. And then when you match us with countries our size, we are the lowest country in our size capacity in terms of research as a percentage of GDP.